viewing what I want from the outside. I comb it over like it's the scene of a crime. The only guilty I find.
Watch you guys, I've just pulled off just for a quick stop, quick coffee break or tea break. Still on the Aire road on the way to Loch Doon, guys. You see Christine's just parked up there. Just want to show this lovely river here. Beautiful drop of water, perfect for bathing, guys. Just gonna have a look at the wee lambs there, lovely. Look at this stunning drop of water, guys. Wow, that is glorious. What a beautiful river. We've come from up the mountain up there. Beautiful, absolutely stunning, beautiful for swimming. Wow, how stunning is that, guys? I can see fish down there, probably trout. What a glorious drop of water. Absolutely beautiful, and the other side is just as glorious. Wow. Wow, every couple of miles in Galloway you have to just pull over, guys, and just take in the wonder of this beautiful land. Amazing. We'll crack on towards Loch Doon. Well guys, now we're going to go up the road towards Loch Doon. Probably one of the most scenic roads in Galloway. But it was last winter. It's probably more beautiful now in the summer. Just lovely road. Let's go. The approach road from the Aire road is pretty spectacular. I did it in the winter a few months ago and it was beautiful then, and it's all beautiful lush green now. This valley is truly amazing. As I say, it's the Loch Doon road from Aire road, and we're driving down into the valley now and going through all these beautiful pastures. Absolutely stunning area. And we'll be going through the valley in a minute and dropping down into Loch Doon. There's a little road here to the right that leads down to a very special place, which I'll show in a future video, guys. Right down in the valley there to the right is another beautiful hidden gem. Keep watching my videos, that'll be popping up in the next couple of videos deep down there in the valley. But we'll carry on up the Loch Doon road on this stunning day. What a beautiful day. Here we go, guys. Loch Doon is coming into sight now around the corner, and it is truly a beautiful road. Absolutely lovely. It's even more spectacular in summer, even though there's one or two tourists about this time of year, June. There's one or two tourists around now in the cars, and one or two RVs as well, but we'll find a hideaway place. You know what I'm like, guys. I won't park up next to anyone. We'll find a hideaway. Look at this. Look at the backdrop there. How stunning is that? That is beautiful. The awesome, epic Loch Doon. It's got a lot of World War II history down here. We'll go into that in the video. We'll have a drone flight as well. And look at the castle, Loch Doon Castle. You know, I've had to reverse back a couple of times, or the guys in front have had to reverse back because there's people parked up in the pass-by places. What a bunch of bloody twonks. Fancy parking up and getting all the barbecue stuff out in a pass-by. Pass. Lie-by. Bloody idiots, honestly. Oh, this is stunning, guys. I'll get you in a bit. Wow, look at this. Oh my, oh my. I'm glad I've come back to Loch Doon. And there's the castle, guys. Loch Doon Castle. What a stunning place. Wow. My heart is pounding again. Glorious Scotland. Never fails. Look at this. close to the castle if I can. Lovely. So we're at Loch Doon. I found a nice little camp. It's quite a deep lay-by, so I'm pulled well back. People can get past on the lane should they wish. But there's loads of camps down this side. There's quite a few people down the visitor centre. There's a little lovely camp up here for RVs here, free. Just opposite the castle, guys. That's a lovely park up for RVs. Sadly, there's no Wi-Fi signal down here, so I don't think I can stay here. Plus, I want to try and do a live tonight. So we need a signal somewhere where there's a live Wi-Fi. But I'll show you around the area anyway. I might go for a swim in the lake because it's bloody scorching today. Look at that for a view out the window, guys. Glorious Loch Doon. The majestical lake. Absolutely beautiful loch, I should say. Oh, it is warm, blimey. It's scorching again today. Right, we'll go and have a quick look around the castle and that park up. And there's a nice kind of where you can jump in the water down there as well. Lovely. But you know, they say there's quite a few camps down this road. Quite a few cars, lots of cars about, people picnicking and doing their barbecues and everything in all the bloody pass-by points, which is a bit ridiculous, but hey ho, some people are a bit daft. But we'll go and have a look and we'll see what this Loch Doon castle is all about. I think it's a 12th century, 11th century castle. And it's quite surprising, the history of this one. Well, it hasn't got a lot of history, to be honest, but it's quite surprising why it's where it is. It's time for the Guinness, blimey. It is warm today. There's sky down there. I've got her in the shade. I parked the van in such a way that we've got shade. A south-north alignment. So there's always shade on one side of the van. I have to do that for sky. And there's Loch Doon Castle. Just there, just a few metres away. This is the lane. Lovely, running down all down the length of the loch. This is my little camp. Lovely jubbly. The loch's just down there, guys. I've got a lovely grass area here for a barbecue. Somebody's had one in the rocks there by us, look of it. And just over the hill there, just about 5 minutes walk, opposite the castle, is this car park, guys. Let's go and have a look. Yes, guys, she's got plenty of water. All the windows are open, vents are open. It's a nice cool breeze blowing through. As you can see, guys, all the windows are open, so it should be all right for 10 minutes. Just while I go and show you around this lovely place. Lovely jubbly. Oh, topping up my suntan yet again. Look at that, glorious. And down at down at the visitor centre, about a mile down the loch, that's where the ospreys come in every year. I think they're watching out for them to come in. I think they're due in soon, the ospreys, I'm not sure. There's a live camera down there as well. Beautiful, eh? Anyway, we'll go a little walk down here. I'll just show you the outside of the castle, then I'll probably get drone up. Lovely. Oh, blimey. It's bloody boiling. Love it. Here you can see there's loads of room there for cars to get by, should they wish, guys. So not blocking in or causing any issues. So I picked these camps. I could park down here with all the other cars and RVs, or I could park up the visitor centre with all the other cars, but that's not my scene, guys. There's loads of lay-bys, but this was the best one with a view over the loch. So lovely jubbly. Anyway, let's go and have a look at this lovely little park up down here. And the castle, we love castles. There's the castle again, as you can see, guys, shrouded by fence again. I think the last bloody half a dozen castles I've visited are all shrouded by fences because of loose masonry, which is a bit weird. It's an octagonal, I can't even bloody well say it, what a twonk. Anyway, it's that type of shape. Oh dear. It was built in the early 14th century, sorry, I thought it was the 13th century. It's an unusual shape, and believe it or not, this is not the original site for this castle. I'll show you where the original site was in a minute, but they moved it because of the hydroelectric system in 1930s was built and all the water's raised.
So in fear of losing the castle, they took it brick by brick and they built it here in the late 1930s. Which is a bit crazy. So it's not the original site of the castle. Right, so I'll try and find a bit more history about Lochdoon Castle for you. There's not a lot there, to be honest, regarding information. Other than it was moved from the island. We're just going to have a look in a minute. I might get my drone and fly it over there.
Lochdoon Castle was built by Bruce Earls of Carrick in the late 1200s. It may have been built by Robert the Bruce himself, but it's more likely that it was built by his father, also called Robert. Here you go. Younger Robert was crowned King of Scone in March 1306, and 3 months later his forces were routed by the English at Mathaven, near Perth. The King's brother-in-law, Sir Christopher Seton, sought refuge at the castle, then being held by Bruce by the Gilbert de Carrick. The castle is first mentioned that year when it fell to the English, the elimination of Bruce stronghold in the southwest. The Scots soon took it back, only to be seized again by the English. The Scots finally reclaimed it in 1314. The castle was later owned by the Kennedy family, famous family around here, and taken from them by William Crawford in 1511. It was supposedly badly damaged during the reign of James VI, 1513, and abandoned in 1600s. Beautiful place. Lochdoon's unique polygonal plan is derived from its original island site, which is out in the loch there, as you can see, guys. That's why it was at shape, to shape the island. Absolutely amazing. And of course it was moved due to the floods, due to the water levels rising with all the dams in the 1930s being built. The water levels rose, so they had to move the dam, the castle, in 1930.
Just around that corner. Out the way, guys. Away from the madding crowds, you know what I'm like. I couldn't park up in park-ups like this. Not if I can help it. And here's a lovely little park-up. Enough room for about 30 vehicles. There's no restrictions whatsoever. You've got bins here. You've got access to the lake here as well, which is amazing. Lovely little picnic areas here, guys. There's just one over here at the moment. There was a few here earlier. You've got access to the lake down there. Lovely little park up in the blazing sunshine. And the castle. It's just there. Beautiful. Lochdoon Castle. Hi, Lochdoon. See, guys, the sign says welcome responsible visitors. Camping and access in accordance with the outdoor access code. Caravans welcome in the caravan park only. That's just for caravans. Please take your litter home. Lovely. You can get down to the loch there. You can camp in your tents here. It'd be nice to get my tent up here actually. There's just a little bit about water safety. But no restrictions at all, guys. There's a nice little walk down to the Lochdoon. Lochdoon, aye. Let's go and have a look, eh? Just like they're planting a little forest here. Lovely. There's remembrance flowers as well. I wonder if they're in memory of past loved ones. Some lovely roses there. They're not real. Some more lovely flowers there. Yeah, it must be in memory of loved ones. Right, we'll have a little meander down to the loch. Well, Loch Doon. I can't think of a better place to pitch your tent up, guys. As you know, I used to be a wild camper prepper in my tent, travelling all over the country for weeks and months on end. What a beautiful spot, even though it's a little bit public. The stunning Loch Doon. There's the castle there in its present location in mid-late 1930s. And the location that it was originally built on, back in the 1200s, guys. I don't know if I can get you a view. Look at this stunning loch. Beautiful. Oh blimey, I'll have to go for a swim. Just through the trees here in the middle of the loch there. Can you see that island there? Let's just zoom you in a bit. That island there was the original place where it was built in mid-1200s. Most of it's underwater now because the hydro system lifted the levels of the loch. And back in 1930s, that's why they moved it. So that's the original location there, and apparently there's some outbuildings to the castle underwater. And the foundations of the castle still sit on top of that island. Amazing, eh? Back in the 1200s. Blimey O'Reilly. What a beautiful place to have a castle, eh? And a beautiful castle as well, with the octagon shape. Look at this, guys, how stunning. Oh, just stats on these granite rocks, guys, by the side of the loch. Oh, how stunning is this? What a beautiful place. What a beautiful place. But again, because of all the cars and all the visitors, the dirty little rats have been around. The dirty little tykes, the dirty little tow rags have been about. What do I mean? Look at the rubbish, guys. There's bottles of pop and tins, rubbish strewn everywhere. Look at this, you dirty bloody sods. What is them? Look at this stunning place. And the little pigs have to do this. Bloody cans everywhere. Those are all full. Magna's original Irish cider, they're all full. What the hell is the matter with people? You dirty animals. Dirty, dirty bloody animals. They've got no right to come out here and treat it like this. I'm sorry, guys, but they are pigs. Pigs. Destroying our bloody nature. Blimey O'Reilly. Right, rant over with. Does my bloody head in, dirty buggers. Yeah, some lovely walks on this peninsula here. Loads of places to swim and have a picnic. Beautiful. Lovely fresh Scottish water. Water's quite chilly, but once you're in, you're fine, guys. It's not that time of year where you get water shock because the temperatures have risen slightly. And you're coming out to quite mild air as well, so you know there's It's not like cold water swimming where you need to do that correctly. And it's mild enough now. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Love it.
Right, I've just moved up about half a mile or so up Loch Doon to another lovely little park up here. Beautiful. That's actually a World War II base out there on that point, where they used to have seaplanes. We've just saw a seaplane come in, a new one. But in World War II they used to have the seaplanes here. Spitfires used to practice, Hurricanes practice. So it's a massive army base out here. And the ranger came round to see me this morning. He said he's seen me several times in Galloway. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, when I woke up this morning and looked out my window, it's a lovely sunny day, morning. But there's a mist everywhere. I thought, what the hell is that? Like a fog. A swirling fog in the window. I looked out the front cab, there's a swirling fog out the front. And once I got my eyes into focus, it wasn't a fog, it was midges. It was the first hatch of midges. And there were clouds of them, guys, absolutely clouds of them. I opened my door for a second and the van was half full of midges. Within seconds I shut the door. But an hour later, they'd all gone. Every single one gone. There's none about now. But I just don't know whether they come in on the wind or something. Or because there's a bit of a breeze kicked up and they moved on. I mean, there's a few about, but not the fog mist clouds of them that there was at 8 o'clock this morning. So that's why I've got I'm covered up a little bit, but I don't tend to get bothered by midges, It's a bit high, but a lovely way to spend an evening, spend a few hours before bedtime. Oh, what a beautiful evening. I've just got back to Christine from having a look down at that interesting feature. And I actually went on my phone when I got back and just googled Loch Doon World War II. It came up with all the information, and I was right. It was a testing station for seaplanes. Also, it's a firing range as well for Spitfires and Hurricanes. Practice on the hills and going down the loch here, because it's a nice run down the loch. There's not a lot of mountains around, so there's a lot of practice with the Hurricanes and the Spitfires down here as well. But it was all training for shooting practice with targets on the hills and whatever. And for testing the seaplanes. So that's what that platform was, for the seaplanes to dock, to come in. Obviously for the guys to get off them. And it was quite a massive complex apparently, all across this point here. Various officers' huts and Nissans and communications centres and everything. I'm not sure where the airplanes took off from. I don't know, perhaps from Aire or somewhere, I'm not sure. But the Spitfires, I mean, and the Hurricanes, the seaplanes obviously took off from here. But yeah, apparently a Hurricane went down in the forest over here, in Galloway Forest, crashed. Sadly killed the pilot. And apparently the engine is the only part recognisable. Is it the Merlin engine? I'm not sure. It's still in the forest up there, so I'm not sure where that is. And also a Spitfire went down. Eyewitness said he come down low, going across the loch, skimming the loch like they were for practice, shooting his guns and whatever. And he just banked to come off, and his wingtip touched the water. And of course the Spitfire rolled and went down, and again the poor pilot died. and there were several salvage operations to try and find the poor man's body and the wreckage of the Spitfire. There was a couple of salvage attempts which failed, and I think it was not till the 1990s or something the salvage team went to a new spot where they had an eyewitness report of the Spitfire going down, and they found it. It was broken in pieces and everything, and all that was left was the engine. I think it was at Merlin again. They got the engine up, all the rest of it, all the wing was broke, everything else was smashed, the wheels and tailplane was all broke to pieces. And they brought the engine up. They got the engine up, and it's apparently down at Dumfries and Galloway Museum now. They built a replica Spitfire around that particular engine, and it's in the museum. How fascinating, eh? All up and down here, just behind me. What a hub of activity it must have been down there. Sadly, they never found the bodies of the two pilots. I think they found the bodies of either of them. So out there, sat in that lock, is a World War II pilot at the bottom of the lock somewhere. How sad, eh? The things those guys did, true heroes, guys. Have we got any heroes like that left in the planet? I don't know, I really don't know. But amazing. So down there, guys, must have been a hub of buildings and activity and planes flying all over the place, Spitfires, Hurricanes, seaplanes, all the troops down there as well, all the officers and training, sergeants and whatever. Amazing, eh? It shows you what you can find in it when you dig it up. All here on Loch Doon. Lovely. We love Scotland. Oh, the sun's getting warmer the later it's getting. Lovely, love it. Later, guys. Pulling out to Lochdoon now. Beautiful, absolutely glorious. It's a bit of a dull day today, but oh, there's a hare. Dropping down onto the main Aire road now, guys. How stunning, eh? Here's one of my camps down here by the bridge. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. The stunning Loch Doon. Right, we'll crack on for a new camp. Need to do a bit of shopping today. My fridge had packed up, I've got it turned upside down in the back of the van, so hopefully that'll sort it out. Get the fridge working again. Lovely job, look. Here we go, onto the Aire road. That's one of my camps here, guys. Beautiful camp too. Right, let's go to the nearest town, get some shopping. Catch you later.